Welcome back, everyone. Today it is finally the day that Nicole and I test out Express Pass here at Epic Universe. We just finished up a staycation over at the Helios Grand Hotel, but today it is all about Express and giving you that information that you are looking for. Now the video will operate similarly to our HHN Express videos, where we are going to get in line and we'll start the timer as soon as we stop in that line, and then we'll go ahead and stop the timer as soon as we are getting ready to get on the ride. Then we'll show you how much time we waited and what the actual posted wait time is, and then how much time we saved. At the end of the video, we'll show you our entire total posted wait time and our entire total express wait time to show you the total time that we did end up saving. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But let's go see how much time we're gonna save with Express Pass here at Epic Universe. Now, before we start, obviously Nicole has to get her coffee for quite the long day here. Now again, we'll probably utilize Express when the lines are getting longer. We want to show you a true wait time. It is so early, people are still coming into the park, so we want to make sure that we're giving you accurate information. They have introduced these postcards now, which is very similar to the ones that you had before, but it is no longer included. You can buy just a postcard there with 3 different designs, and it is like $9 per postcard or $20 for all 3. But if you want yourself painted, it's gonna be about $25. So now new artists, these aren't the same people, and they are charging now for them. They were very popular before. We'll have to see how this ends up doing. It also looks like they are selling frozen treats over here. We have ice cream, and they have a few options there, and water, which is introduced. Obviously now that it is very hot out here in Orlando, makes sense to start to introduce that. Again, June, July, August tend to be your hottest months. Gosh, look at the beautiful manor today. Our first stop is going to be Curse of the Werewolf. It is a posted 50-minute wait. So we're starting Express over here in Dark Universe. I'd prefer to do it later, but while it's a higher wait, it'll give us an accurate read. We do actually have some new merch that has been showing up to Epic Universe, and we actually have this new one for Curse, which actually looks really nice, and it's pretty light still. Again, it's long sleeve, so I don't know if I'd want to wear that right now, but it is very light. Alrighty, there it is, 50-minute posted here for Curse of the Werewolf. Actually, Express looks to be outside right now. Hopefully it isn't too bad. This looks pretty nice. I think we're gonna be dang near a walk-on here with Express. Just a few people up here. I will say it was a little congested getting in. We had to wait to scan, and there was a lot of holdup, so there's a line out the front, so we were worried it was really backed up, but that was just a small blip with the actual scan station. So after that, we're all good. There we go. Just started, we stopped, but again, I don't think this is gonna be more than a minute or 2. Just finished up, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. We'll just round it to 3 minutes. So we saved about 47 minutes on that one. Pretty nice. Well, 47 minutes saved is pretty nice. We were gonna do Monsters Unchained, but it was 15 minutes. We just did it just kind of off camera on our own there. And I feel like we waited 10 minutes. So I wanna see if that one gets a little bit higher. They have really, really good capacity on that ride. I feel like they just chug through the line. So we'll wait and see if that one gets to be a little bit longer later, and then we'll try that one out. Again, I wanna make sure we're getting you guys the most valuable information. Sometimes the lower the wait times I feel like aren't as accurate. I'd like to see at least 30 to 45 minutes plus to hopefully be able to give you guys that information. Most of the rides today are having a little bit longer queue times, so we should be fine to give you accurate information. But I have noticed Monsters tends to be pretty low. I think they just chug through people. We also did grab some lunch over at Meteor Astro Pub. We got a strawberry dessert along with their Astro Pub burger. And honestly, it was really good. We have tried every sit-down place, kind of quick service option that you have in the park outside of Le Goblet Noir, and then actually a place inside of Isle Bert, which is where we're heading right now, the Spitfire Grill. Those are the only 2 places we haven't tried. Spitfire's kind of like a grab and go, where the last order at your table option would be Le Goblet Noir. Once we've done both those, we've tried then everything in the park, and when we've tried Le Goblet Noir, then we've tried all of the sit-down options, kind of order at your table. So I am kind of excited to finish up trying every single thing inside of Epic. But yeah, the burger was really good. Again, we're focusing on Express today, so didn't want to do a full deep dive on it, but did want to let you know we tried it. It was quite good, but we are coming over here to the Isle of Berg. Both of the rides that are on Express here are currently right around 60 minutes, so that should give us a pretty good idea of kind of how much time we can save. Again, you cannot use your Express on Dragon Racers Rally, which is a little bit of a downside. But right now, that's actually only about a 20-minute wait. I should also point out that now that I think that I'm in the system for my Express with the facial recognition, you just walk up, it scans very fast, and you just go right through. The scanning into the parks, I feel like has a slight delay, not too long. This was like instant. It was like you walk up, you stop, less than a second, keep on moving. So I think they're kind of cruising through people, to be honest. But again, let's see how much time we save. 65-minute posted. We just stopped, starting the timer. Here we go. Now I also want to point out they have little blue emblems on this ride. If you hit those, you will get soaked. It will spray your entire boat. If you do not want to get wet, make sure not to hit those. Quite a long line here, wow. Well, we've been waiting about 30-ish minutes. Now I know Express is typically like half of the posted wait, so we are definitely expecting to wait that. But the line just doesn't move. Like I feel like you move like 5 feet every 5 minutes. I mean, it's very slow. I don't know what it is about this ride. And we noticed that the last time we rode, the capacity just seems really bad. You just stay in the same spot forever, it feels like. But we're pretty close now. Right there is where we are going. So I think maybe another 5 minutes or so, but it's very, very slow. All right, I am all finished up. About 40 minutes, so 38:45, we'll round that up to 39 minutes. Now, to be fair, it did get bumped up to 85 minutes, I just saw there. But again, the capacity of the ride is rough. We had a train, or I guess a boat, and there was 3 of us on there. There was 2 on the one side, 1 on my side. I was the only one on my side. There was 2 people behind me. We could fit 8 people. Now, to be fair, it's like a handicap accessible on the end, so we could fit 6 people, just regular, and then there was 2 handicap, which again, the only difference is you have the ability to kind of take a wheelchair onto it. It's a little raised up, so they're not filling all the boats, and I think that's a big issue. I think if you were able to have all of the boats at their full 8 capacity, I think it would go a little bit faster, but I mean, it was slow. The express line wasn't actually that long, but we just didn't move, and that took a long time. So again, we still saved quite a bit of time, especially because it got up to 85 minutes. So I do appreciate that we waited under 40. But again, 39 minutes, which realistically, if they were at better capacity, I think could have been down closer to 30. But yeah, just kind of slow. I mean, the boats move really slow. They're only loading 1 boat at a time. So not a people eater by any means. But there you go, saved quite a bit of time. 39 minutes is what we waited on a posted 65. Next up, however, we are now coming over here to Hiccups Wing Glider. 85-minute posted up there. We rode this morning. It was a 25-minute posted. We waited 25 minutes in the standby. 85 minutes, that's gonna be crazy. That's all right though. Hopefully we save quite a bit of time here. They move pretty good here, especially with 2 trains. I did see empty trains going by just a little while ago. I think it's back up and running though. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. We do have approaching inclement weather. They just made an announcement that we are running, but if it does get bad, they will have to shut down the ride. So let's hope that doesn't happen. All right, we just started the timer. But again, a little worried with the weather. It looks pretty busy right now. Again, posted 85. I haven't heard too many trains going either, so we gotta keep an eye on that. Well, 39 minutes, 41 seconds. I would take about 2 minutes off of that because we stopped it after the ride. It actually poured, as you can see by all of the rain here. And then we just got on, and it was kind of hectic, to be honest. So subtract about 2 minutes, I'd say about 37 minutes. I would subtract even about another 10 minutes from delays that we did have, because there was just some issues. They were running tests on it. So I would say if you wanted even a little bit more accurate, I would say 10 minutes, but we kept it in because again, that's what we did end up waiting for Express. But if there were no issues, I'd say you could kind of take 10 minutes additional off of that. So kind of subtract 12 minutes total. I feel like if I could just jump in this with a swimsuit right now, I would. It is hot out here. How are you holding up right now?
I'm hot. I'm very hot. We've been baking for the past hour in direct sunlight.
It's been a warm one today for sure.
We're gonna be tan though.
Yeah, we are gonna be pretty tan, I hope. But we are now heading over to Ministry of Magic to try out Le Goblet Noir. And again, we will have a full food review for you guys of all of the food options here. We haven't tried every item, but we'll have kind of a nice list of places we might recommend, kind of like a top tier list for you guys. But we're gonna grab some food, get out of the heat for just a little bit, and then we'll kind of continue on. Again, we've done a number of rides already today. We're going kind of at a nice casual pace. We don't have to run ride to ride. We've been able to sit down, kind of just chill, which is always a huge plus. We still have both rides to do here inside of Celestial Park. We do have to do all of the stuff over inside of Nintendo, and then also we need to do Monsters Unchained. Monsters has been such a low wait though. Feels like you don't really need Express for that one, but we still will use it, hoping to see a little bit of a higher wait time so we can give you a more accurate read on that one. And here we go, we're in. Oh, it's like old-timey. It is a little empty. I feel like it was so hard to find, to be honest. I didn't even know it was here.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to put some signs up in here. It's nice and cool in here. Is there an upstairs too? Oh no, it's blocked off. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of, is it Ron Weasley's house a little bit? It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I don't think that's what it's supposed to be, but interesting. We just finished up eating, back on the grind here for you guys. I do want to point out we got the schnitzel and it was pretty good. I think Cafe Serene is probably better overall. Again, we only tried one item from Le Goblet Noir. We had 2 items from Cafe de la Serene or whatever. But I would say first impressions, I would go to the cafe over Le Goblet Noir, but it still was actually pretty good. Either way, back on the grind, like I said, I think we're gonna head over to Nintendo, do some of those. I see they have some longer lines, so I'll be able to get you guys a good estimate there. We have made it over here. Can you give us your best here we go?
Here we go.
No, that was not even not even close. Yeah, Dark Universe is way better. Not her best voice acting work. Either way, we're heading over here to Mario. I did see it at 120. It's been pretty long all day. Donkey Kong had some real bad issues this morning. It's been at 120 all day now in the afternoon. It didn't come up until probably 2 or 3. So I don't know, it's so busy in here. It's always so busy in Nintendo. I think this has to be the most like crowded area, just busy area in general. Well, here we go. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This will be a good test. 120 minutes. This is a 2-hour-long wait for this ride. Let's see how long we wait with Express. This was super nice. We got into this room right away. We didn't even stop. We scanned in, grabbed our headbands, and moved right in. We are once again on another delay here, so it will be a little skewed, but we'll see what ends up happening. We're all just kind of sitting around waiting. Our total wait, 38 minutes. Such a majority of that wait comes after the headphone or the headset there. We ended up waiting almost that entire thing after we picked up the headset. To be fair, there was a delay, which kind of stinks. Again, we did save a good amount of time, but with these delays, I'm thankful that we have Express because now we're actually able to ride some rides. Next up is Yoshi at a 20-minute posted wait. Let's go see how long we have on this. We have less than 2 hours of the park being open though. Don't forget, inside of these queues, there are some touch points if you have the power-up bands. There was one a little bit earlier. Let's see if I can find us another one here. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't another one, but we are up, so we'll be back. This was the first time one of the team members actually said you can record and take photos on this ride, but if you drop anything, you can't get out, and there's a good chance you don't get it back until tomorrow. Now, when riding this ride, don't forget to look for the eggs. And then you're gonna push the buttons right here until you get all 3. I love the little baby Yoshis. You have to feed them. And then when you feed them, they grow up to be the big Yoshis. Toad! Well, again, 0 minutes for a posted 20 minute, so nice 20 minutes saved. That was kind of nice. Well, we are heading back to Dark Universe for Monsters Unchained. How long do you think the wait's gonna be, Nick?
For us, I say practically a walk-on.
Okay, what do you think the posted is? Like 15?
20.
You think it'll be posted 20?
Yeah.
It is getting darker right now, so maybe we'll see. Again, I just haven't seen it go up too much, so at this point we gotta do this Constellation and Stardust to give you guys an accurate read. So we're gonna go try Monsters, see our safe time. We have a delay, so neither of us are right, not 15, not 20. So there is a delay right now for Monsters. We'll have to come try this again in a little bit. Again, I don't think it's gonna be a very long wait when we do get there. I do wanna point out that when we waited for Mario, somebody there behind us was telling us they waited 2 hours. They were in line at 5 o'clock. It is after 7 p.m. right now. They waited 2 hours for that ride with all of the delays. Again, without Express today, I don't know how much we would genuinely be getting on, which is crazy. So it's actually working out in our favor, even though like the time is kind of goofy. It's not super accurate right now because of the delays. Again, we're trying to kind of keep in mind some of those delays, give you some of the timing that we have there. But either way, yeah, delayed for now. Maybe we'll go try the Carousel and then Stardust and then come back. Like I said, we're gonna try out the Constellation Carousel. A lot of moving back and forth today, but posted 25 minutes. Let's see what our Express does. This tends to be kind of a long line, I'm not gonna lie, so hopefully we save some good time here. Would you believe me if I told you there was another delay? Lots of delays today. All right, about 22 and a half minutes. I'm gonna round this up to 23 because we're loading. We're still waiting for the other side to load. It's still probably gonna be another 2 to 3 minutes at least before we go. Then they have to check us. I'll let you know how much time it takes before we actually get going with this, but not much save time here. We are now finally moving. There you go. 25 minutes.
The same song we always get.
We always get this song.
I want a different one.
Alrighty, so again, 25 minutes is what we waited there. Posted wait time is 25 minutes. Again, we had a delay, I would say maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the delay. We had to wait for them to cycle one through. It just goes slow. It's just like Fyre Drill. I don't know what it is about this ride. It just doesn't get you in and out. Just hasn't every single time we've done it. The line is almost never that long, and it just feels like you never get through. I feel like it takes forever for them to check all of the seatbelts. I feel like there's always an issue. Every single time we've done this ride, they've always shut down at least one of the actual like vehicles before we went on. So like that happened again, they had to shut down one of them. It is a nice ride, I like it. I think it's actually a great carousel, but there is definitely a flaw with it, which is the consistency and getting people in and out of that ride. I don't know, it's rough. So 25 with 25, if you want to take about 5 to 10 minutes off from the delay, you can probably guesstimate anywhere from 20, maybe 15 minutes. I would say probably closer to 20 minutes is what we would have waited. But yeah, not a total time saver with that one. Well, let's try Stardust. Last ride of the night, it looks like here we are going to do Stardust Racers, 45-minute posted. We started the timer, here we go. Right now, this ride always gets a longer line towards the end of the night. So right now, we only have about 20 minutes left of the park. So now it's a 45-minute queue. I haven't seen it over 35 minutes all day. It's kind of crazy that they have to tell you this now because people were wearing the flip-flops, they weren't like keeping them on, and it's actually stopped the ride before. So now they have a giant sign telling you to keep them on. All right, so you can't take your phone on, so 31.52, let's round up to 32. That includes the ride and then the walk down. So you can probably subtract about 3-ish minutes or so for that. Alrighty, that is it for us here for your Express Pass video. Now, I'll put the total on the screen for our posted wait times as well as how long we waited utilizing Express. I will say, definitely not as much time saved as something like HHN. However, there were a lot of delays today, but without Express, I don't know if we would have been able to do everything that we wanted. We still didn't ride everything. We didn't do Minecart, we didn't do Dragon Racers, and we also didn't do Battle at the Ministry. So those are 3 rides that we didn't do with kind of a long time here and utilizing Express. So with delays, you do have to keep in mind that could be kind of a lifesaver to get on some rides, even if it's not necessarily saving you a ton of time. But I think generally it will save you a lot of time. Again, today was probably the most delays that we've seen consistent throughout the entire day. Even during previews, we didn't have too many delays, but definitely a lot more today. Monsters went down around 7 or so, and it never ended up coming back up. So we did ride it this morning. I would say with a 15-minute posted, even a 20-minute posted, Express is gonna be dang near a walk-on. That ride, I feel like, flies through people. It is a people eater. They do a great job getting people on and off that ride. It eats up a ton of people. It's constantly moving. So I think it is definitely worth picking up Express for these busy days to make sure that you can do stuff. One thing to keep in mind, and I tell you this all the time with Express, you have to account for your travel time. We spent a lot of time crossing the park a lot. We had, I don't know, 15,000 steps or something crazy just going back and forth, and it didn't feel like we walked that much today, but you don't realize that it's like going across the park to one of the other worlds or just going to another ride will eat up a lot of time. So Express helps out in the fact that you're gonna spend hours walking from attraction to attraction, and that Express will ultimately help you out. Now, is it worth the money? That's up to you. You cannot buy unlimited Express here. I never make these videos to try and sell you on Express. I don't want to be the person to say you need to buy it and then you have a bad experience, or I tell you not to buy it and you feel like you should have. I'm just giving you the information that I can give you and relay it to you and then let you make that decision. So again, for us today, I do think it was kind of worth it because I don't know how many rides we would have gotten on, even with all of the delays. So I would say for us today, it felt worth it. I think we could have gotten a lot more done without the delays, but I would just say overall, again, you have to make that decision based on how much you want to spend. The fact that you don't have unlimited Express as an option is something you also have to keep in mind. Some of the attractions put you a lot closer. Some of the attractions definitely have a longer wait that goes beyond where the Express meets up with Standby. So again, hopefully you guys are able to get some good information from this video. Again, I don't want to sell you on it. I don't want to tell you it's 100% worth it or 100% it's not, but hopefully you guys were able to get some good information from it here today. And then ultimately you can now make that decision for yourselves. Again, we'll be doing it for Halloween Horror Nights this year. You know we always do. If you did enjoy today's video though, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps out a ton. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here over at Epic Universe. We'll be back here for the 4th of July. But thank you guys so much for being here.